Hello everyone, Hemant this side. So today I'm just going to deliver a demo on how to send and verify mail in Selenium. So today we will just see like few common email API and some other JavaX mail API, and with the help of this mail API we will just verify like how we can just send and how we can just verify the content of the emails. Okay, so this is the points which we have just discussed on our today's agenda. Like, what is the commons in JavaX mail API, what is the value over this, and what is the features for those, as well as we will just see like which dependencies we need to add in pom.xml file, and a part of that we will also see like how we can just send and verify the emails. Okay, in my today's sessions I will just give you a brief descriptions on how to send a mail, and in my upcoming video you can just see like how we can just verify the mail content. Okay, so first of all, like these commons and JavaX mail API is basically provide us few API for sending mails, as well as we can say like verification of these mails. And some of these classes that provided like this simple email, multi-part email, this is basically the classes under commons mail API, and the role of this class is used to send some, we can say like basic text or allow a text message with attachments, all those things. Okay, so first of all we will just see a example on that so that we can understand it very clearly. Okay, so I'm just moving this on Eclipse. Okay, so on Eclipse you can just see like this is a folder structure, and here I'm going to create a class. Okay, and I'm just putting the name of this class like send and verify email test. Okay, and finish it. So we have created this class. So inside the class we will just put the code for sending and verification for email test. Okay, so before putting this code, first of all we need to add few dependencies over here so that we can just directly get the value for those. Okay, a part of this we can just add the jar files for those dependencies, but here I'm just using as a Maven project, so it's a good thing for me to add the dependence for those directly. Okay, so we can just get these dependencies from Google. Okay, like we need to get commons email Maven dependencies. Okay, so just click on this link. Okay, so here we have the code for the dependencies. Just copy this code and push this code over here in pom.xml. Okay, so this is our pom.xml. Inside the pom.xml I'm just going to add my dependency over here. Okay, wait a moment. Yeah, yes, once I add these dependencies it will just build our workspace. It means all the dependencies related classes, we can say like all those files which are in the remote repository, just add in our, we can say like local repositories. Okay, so that is the power of the Maven. Yeah, so it will take few times. Yeah, okay, so it is just building our workspace. Okay, yeah, so our workspace is just, we can say like going to complete it. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so we can say like our configuration part has been done. So now I am just going to create a class, going to create a method, and inside the methods we will see like what we need, which steps we need to follow to, we can say like how we can just send the mails from one mailbox to another mailbox. Okay, so first of all we need to create a email class. Okay, so email class is basically provide us, first I need to create a method. For example, I am just creating a method name like send mail. Okay, and here I am just using TestNG test framework. Why I am using TestNG test framework? So that I can just execute this program with the help of TestNG. Okay, so inside this send mail method I am just using this email, and I am just going to add this particular simple mail class. So we have already discussed about it. Okay, new simple mail, okay, and just add this classes over here. Okay, so this is the org.apache.commons.mail. So I have added this commons API as a form of dependency in pom.xml. So now I'm able to access these classes. Okay, so with the help of this email class object, I will just set all these values. Okay, so first of all guys, we need to focus on host name. It means which host name we are just using. Host name is just, we can say like, which is the outgoing mail server. Okay, so first of all I need to wait a moment now. Set sorry set host name, and as we discussed, like host name is basically, we can say like a outgoing mail server, and which is responsible for sending mail. So I am just going to put the name of this, like we can say smtp.gmail.com. This is basically our, we can say like outgoing server. With the help of this outgoing server, we will just send mails from one mailbox to another mailbox. Okay, so in the next terms we need to add smtp port. SMTP port, we can just say like, this port number is basically intended for email client to email server communications, and the purpose is to establish a port for SMTP to, we can say like, operations using SSL layer. Okay, set SMTP port, and SMTP port like 465. Okay, this port number is provided as this facility. After setting this SMTP port, we need to add the authenticator. Authenticator means through which person I am just sending the mails. Okay, so we need to add the authenticator, set the authenticator. So I am just adding this authenticator, and inside this authenticator I am just adding few default authenticator. Okay, so this is our default authenticator. Okay, so inside the default authenticator I need to give the username and password over here. Okay, so guys, I am just using one properties files concept over here, so that I can just get the data from my properties file. So I am here, so I am taking as the input string class object, and inside the string class I am just using file input string, and inside the file input streams I need to give the path of the file. So I am just taking this particular path, guys. For example, dummy configuration properties. Inside the configuration properties I am just putting all the, we can say like, Gmail username and passwords. Okay, so I am just using this dummy configuration properties like sender email, receiver email, sender email password, receiver email password. It means from this sender we will just send the mails to this particular receiver. Okay, so I am just taking this path. So how we can just getting this path, like with the help of system.getProperty. It is too much slow. System.getProperty, and inside the system.getProperty I am just adding this user.dir. Okay, so this is basically giving me a path for the project, and I am just adding my file names over here. Okay, so my file name is configuration dot properties. Okay, oh sorry, I need to give double slash over here and add these files also. Okay, type to file image, sorry, file input stream. Okay, so add this file also. Okay, so now I'm just getting this value from properties file. Okay, and I just need to create a object for properties file too. Properties, for example, I'm just creating an object like prop new. Okay, first I need to add this class. Okay, so now I need to load my okay, so yeah, so this file has been loaded. So now I will just get the value from here, prop dot get property, and the name of this property, like this value is getting from this table, for example sender email. So I will just get value in this way. Okay, and the password name as sender email password. Okay, yeah, so I have just set the authenticator. Okay, I think so it will just throw some error. Okay, so add this IO exception directly over here. Okay, so now my task is to set the SSL. Okay, so now I'm going to set SSL. Okay, so SSL is basically, we can say, like it is a standard technology for keeping an internet connection secure, and also provide a safeguard for any insensitive data. Like, so we need to add this as true. Okay, then only we can just access our connections. So I have just set the SSL. Now I will just set the from where the mail is coming, like set from. So inside set from, I will just add like prop dot get property, and this I can say like from this user I'm just setting the mails. Okay, so now I just need to add what happened. Okay, so now sorry, so now I need to set the subject. Inside the subject, for example, I am just adding subject test mail sending operation. Okay, as to set the subject, now I'm just setting the content. Set contents like this is for testing purpose. Okay, what happened? Okay, so I have just sent this message. Sorry, no need to worry for this. I can just set some other method like set message, I think so. Yeah, then we okay, so we no need to worry for that. Yeah, so I just set the message, and after setting the message, we need to add the, we can say, recipient name, like dot like add to, I think so, the name method of this name, like to whom I'm just sending, like add to, and send the email, like I'm just getting this value from properties file. So I'm getting this value like receiver email. Okay, receiver email. Now I need to add send method, and with the help of this method we can just send the message. Okay, so this program has been completed, and now adding some message like mail has been sent. Okay, this message is basically just print on the console. Okay, so that we can just understand. Okay, and for example, I'm just putting like sorry, email start from here. Okay, so this program has been completed. Now I'm just going to execute this program. This program is basically testng based program, so we can say like we need to execute this program with the help of testng executions. Okay, what happened? Yeah, I'm just getting null pointer exception. Might be I'm just using some wrong reference somewhere. Yeah, for example, like I'm just using sender email here, but the sender email password is not here, so I need to put this value under that property. Okay, yeah, okay, so just execute this program. Okay, okay, what happened, man? Null pointer exceptions. Okay, yeah, yeah, I think we are just getting some mistake in the word, so I just need to convert this word and just run this program again. Okay, so now this email start from here, and we also need to check that our connection should be properly, like internet access should be available over there. Okay, so this program has been done, email has been sent, so we will just verify like in our mail ID. Yeah, so I got this mail like test mail sending operations. Okay, so this is basically this mail, test mail sending operation. Okay, and this is our message content, like this is for testing purpose, so I have just added this message over here, like this is for testing purpose. And we can also just verify the time over here, just like I am just sending this mail at 4:35 p.m. and also we can just time over here. Okay, so I am just verifying this program. Okay, so in the further program, in the further session, we will see like whether this content is correctly come over here or not, or whether we are just getting this email in the mailbox. Okay, so for example, we can just again run the program with new subject. For example, I am just adding this retest. Okay, retest over here and repeat this message. Okay, so I am just again executing this program. Okay, so now we can just see like email start from here, and this is the process, and in the meanwhile our program, our we can say like commons API will execute all those things. Okay, so email has been sent, so now we can just see like we will just get a new mail like test mail sending operation retest. This we can say like this is the subject of the message like retest, and this is our message content like this is for testing purpose, repeat this message. So this is our basically we can say like the concept behind the sending of the mail. Okay guys, so in our next session we will just discuss on the verification of the mail, whether our mail has been sent on our mailbox or not. We will just verify these things. So okay guys, this is our complete session for today. So once please run this program by our on end and just test whether all these things are running properly. Okay, so in our next session we will just verify our verification mails over there. Okay, thank you.